Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Sheeran is ready to play some games. Hello everyone, and welcome to Giganato Gaming. I hope you enjoy the video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Giganato Gaming here, and welcome back to another episode of Astraeos Season 4. Last we left off, we tamed an alpha meguana as well as a regular meguana. And honestly, these guys look really cool. Real talk. I do love these guys. They're awesome, they're really cool. And, yeah. We got them. And in today's video, I did some off-camera work. I got this, trap crafting table. And I got a small wooden trap. I got the resources needed for a small wooden trap, which we're probably going to use to try and capture a raptor. We're going to see if we can get a raptor, and we're going to see how that goes. So, yeah. I should probably make some more, arrows or something. Alright, we got flint, fiber, we just need a bit of thatch. But yeah, as we're doing this, if you find yourself enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Let's see if we can get this channel to 2,000 subscribers. That would be super amazing. But with that, let's begin the episode. So first things first, I'm going to make some more stone arrows. And we're going to need some more metal if we're going to fix my crossbow. Because... wait, don't I have spare crossbows? Hold on. I might have a spare... I do have a spare crossbow, which is awesome. And I also have some spare stone arrows as well. Maybe today I'm thinking we could probably try to get a Venoraptor. It depends on how close we are to the elemental dust. Alright, Pyroraptor, elemental dust. Venoraptor, I'm guessing... yeah, that's Cryoraptor. Alright, Venoraptor element dust. So yeah, we need like one Venoraptor claw, which we have one Venoraptor claw that we can use to like make elemental dust. How many of that does that craft? Just the one? Oh, we get 75 from that. Okay. That's good to know. Alright, what about arrows? How many of those... oh. Oh, we can make 10. If we wanted to, we could get one right the hell now. We could get one right the hell now if we wanted to. We got 10 of these arrows. One claw produces 75 dust, apparently. Which is pretty awesome. Alright, do we have any leftover dust? 55 left over. Alright, so how many does one arrow need? 2. Alright. It's 2 per. Wait, we could make more? What did we run out of? What did we run out of? Give me a sec. Oh, we ran out of flint. Alright. We could easily get some more flint, maybe get a few more arrows. Yeah, that's what we'll do today. We're going to tame a Venoraptor. Hopefully. We get our first elemental raptor and see how good it is. We've played around with them before, but not really in a full-on series. I kind of just added them in later on during my Valguero series. But yeah. I'm just getting some more flint. Alright. So that's what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to take Tiger, wherever you are. There you are. And then we're going to take the Alpha Meguana and see if we can find a high enough level Venoraptor. Then we're going to bait it into the wooden trap, and we're going to start the taming process. Seems easy enough, right? I'm hoping it seems easy enough. Alright, there's an Astraeos there. Ooh, Eocarcharia, what level are you? 55? Okay. We need, like, shrooms to tame those. Alright, I got the gene scanner that I got from a drop last episode. Alright, so let's maybe see if we can... oh, that's a T-Rex. That's a 100 T-Rex. Alright, let's see if we can find, Venoraptors. I'm trying to look for a good level Venoraptor. Alright, there's one right over here. This way. So we're going to see if we can explore, find ourselves a Venoraptor. Maybe 2 of them. We have 36 arrows. We just need the one to piss it off. And I should probably get some prime. I'll get some prime once we're closer to the Venoraptor. But in the meantime, I'll bring you guys back once we see the first one. Alright. So we need to find out... Hello? A Flovis. Are you just... You're just an Alvis that looks like a bush. What happens if I kill you? What happens if I kill you? Let's find out. Alright, you just run away. You're fast. How much health do you have? 2,200. Alright, we killed him. We killed him. Yeah, we do have the Easter event out. The what's it? The Excellent Adventure? Alright, let me just get some metal real quick. While we're here. Might as well. My harvest ratings are a little high. The only thing I've really changed was the harvest ratings. The attack rating should be not so high. I will get an Ankylo or a Stiggy at some point. But right now, let's just focus on getting as much metal as we can. Alright, the sheep kind of just disappeared. What'd we get? A Flovis seed. Plant this in a viable large crop plot to grow Flovis flowers. You can perform the watering can emote close to the growing Flovis seed to boost seed growth. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Alright, let's, we're getting a little sidetracked. Let's find this, this Venoraptor. So yeah, they're pretty straightforward. You just gotta, like, shoot them with the... Ouch. I think I might have accidentally hit it. Yeah, there it is. Alright, you're a 20. You know, if we kill it, we get the claw from it, which is awesome. And we do get prime from it. That's also good to know. Alright, let's look for the next one. See if we can find another one. Alright, I'll bring you guys back once we find a high enough level Venoraptor that we can tame. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Whoa, that is an Indom. Holy Indom. Alright, what level are you, sir? That's a max level Indom. With a level 25 Venoraptor in the area. Oh, that is a beautiful Indom, though. It's like purple, pink. Alright, I don't want him to start roaring. Mr. Venoraptor. Can I get you to come over here? I'll switch to stone arrows just so I can kill it. Get it over here. Oh, you have a child. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there is an Indom here, which is the problem. Alright. Where's your kid? Yeah, there's your kid. I don't want to get too close to the Indom. You know, should I just claim you just so we have one? You know, I'll claim you. Okay. Okay, I didn't want to get up there anyway. I brought the raptor, right? Yeah, I did. Alright, can I just get up here so I can claim this dude? There we go. I'm getting very nervous because there's an Indom here. Alright. We have a Venoraptor anyway. Now to see if we can find one that's relatively high level. Alright, I'll bring you guys back once we find one. Let's get your health up. Alright, 10k. I forgot alpha everything. They rapidly heal. They, like, instantly heal. I forgot about that. Alright, let's get you to 20k. I think that's fair. 2,000 weight, put the rest into melee. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, let's see if we can find the next one. And there are no more on the map. Great. Well, we got one anyway. There are plenty of raptors here. Ah, my god. There are no more Venoraptors in the area. I mean, we got one anyway. It's only a level 20. But I was really hoping we could tame one. Maybe, hear me out, but maybe we could get a Pyroraptor? We could try that. I think the Pyroraptors are actually cooler than Venoraptors anyway. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We have a Venoraptor anyway. Whoa. An enraged Tyrannosaurus. Yo. That's got bunny ears. That's just a T-Rex with bunny ears. I did not know the enraged Rex was this close to base. Damn. Well, we're not fighting that. We're not fully equipped for that. Alright, we got the Venoraptor anyway. We got a Venoraptor. Not quite what we want, but alright. So yeah, you're still an adolescent, not fully grown. Damn. Alright, well, in the meantime, what we could do... We also got a map. What we could do... Alright, so the metal ingots should be cooked up by now. We can repair our crossbow, hopefully. Alright, where's the smithy? There it is. Alright, let's, repair. There we go. Alright, you should be fully repaired and ready to go. Alright, so are you sure there aren't any, elemental raptors left? Yep. No Venoraptors. Alright. We could hit up the desert and see if there are any Pyroraptors knocking about. None? Really? Alright, what about Cryo? None. Alright. Well, maybe we haven't fully explored the map yet. Maybe that's what's going on. Alright, well, we have a Venoraptor anyway. It's not fully grown, so I'm waiting for it to fully grow up. I'm trying to think what could we do in the meantime. But that's good to know. If we're trying to find an Indom, there's a max level. A max level in the area. Alright, so there are no Venoraptors in the area at all, apparently. Alright, Tiger, did I put you away? Alright, you're still in my inventory, good. I'll tell you what. Let's explore the desert. Maybe see if we can find a Pyroraptor in the desert. And then maybe we could tame one. Yeah, that could work. We've got Prime in our inventory. Let's go to the desert. Let's head over to the desert, see if we can find maybe a Pyroraptor or something. Or maybe we could explore more of this place and maybe find a Venoraptor. Yeah, because we haven't really explored much. So maybe there could be a Venoraptor somewhere over here, maybe. There's also the other area, the extinction area. But I don't think we're ready to travel that just yet. We need something a little bit stronger before we can traverse that. I do plan on getting some underwater tames at some point. Because there's a cave. Ooh, there's a Maelania. I'd love to see what level you are. Alright, we got some arrows, which is nice. You know what? I don't have to cook any food. We got some jerky. That's good for now. You know what? A little hungry now. Let's eat. Alright, we got a level. Let's level up into, I guess, crafting skill. Alright, what level are you, sir? A 20, and you have a kid. Interesting. Ooh. You're a tech raptor. You looked very strange. You're just a tech raptor. Level, what were you? 66. Alright. Let's explore the desert, maybe see if we could find a Pyroraptor, because I feel like a Pyroraptor would be a better investment. What are you? A Dinocracuda, the king of gore, stronger in a group. They'll feast upon pretty much anything or anyone. Now, I heard you gotta get them to, like, a weak state, and then they'll sit down into submission, and then you can feed them. At least that's what I've heard. Anyway, I would love to tame one of you. If I could get something a little bit higher level than a level 60, maybe we'll go after those next episode, depending on what goes on. There's an Antrodemus, level 55. There's a max level Rudbidgia with a baby. I love those dudes. I love those dudes. I remember playing around with them. Game. Thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and kill the adult and just take the kid. We've tamed them before this series, so we don't really need to go through the taming process again. Alright, let's go after the kid. Don't worry, buddy. I'll take good care of you. Max level. The only reason I tamed it, otherwise I wouldn't have bothered. Alright, Gamma 4. Because it is getting dark. Gamma 3. We'll go Gamma 3. Yeah, that's where we built our base last time. When we move base, I'm not going to move back there. You know, I was kind of not really liking that place. We didn't have a lot of space. So, I'm trying to see if we could find somewhere a little bit better. Alright, that's a 135 Dino Crocuta. That looks cool. There's a Kentro here. A max level greater Kentro. Huh. Okay. A lot of cool stuff here. There's an Atasaurus, level 145. We played around with those before. That's an Alpha Dino Crocuta. 10,000 health. 30 points into health, 21 into melee. That's another Alpha. There's just 2 Alphas in the area. Damn. We could get an Alpha, but we could also get like a regular. Alright, that's a 90. These little dudes are everywhere, I guess. Alright, wait, hold on. What is that blue thing? Oh, that's an ant. I was going to say, what the hell is that? It's just an ant. Alright, there's got to be a Pyroraptor in this area. There's... Yo, these aliens. These hyenas are everywhere, dude. Damn. Alright, that's a Tyrannodominator. I'd rather stay away from that. Is that an Alpha Hyenodon? Damn, that is an Alpha Hyenodon. Oh, that's a Lebdu Mahadi. That's one of those Plateosaur dudes. We will tame one of those at some point. I haven't really fully played around with it because, you know, the whole reset and whatever, but... Really? No Pyroraptors? Maybe we just need to explore the map a bit more. That Alpha Allo just spawned in. That's an Arcology Alpha Allo. Alright. That's what I like about the Arcology mod. It adds, like, a bunch of new alphas. There's, like, a wider variety of alphas aside from the usual Rex, Carno, and Spino. Well, not Spino. Raptor, even. Alright. Pyroraptors, they usually spawn in, like, the volcano area. Maybe I just have to explore a bit more. Maybe that's what I have to do. Just explore a bit more, and maybe we'll find one. I'll bring you guys back, I guess, once we find one. Spiny Lizard. Whoa, that's a Bastion Beetle. Level 20. We will tame one of those at some point. I believe the larvae require sweet veggie cakes. You have to tame them as, like, larvae, and then you can evolve them into whatever you want, basically. We'll get that done at some point. We'll tame one of them at some point. Whoa, that's a Pyroraptor right there. That was one right behind me. I'm not ready, sir. I'm not ready. What level are you? 25. I feel like we could do better than that. Alright. There's another Dino Crocuta. These guys are everywhere. These little hyena dudes. I would like to tame one at some point. There's a mono. 100. I do like monos, but the last time I tamed them, they were... Oh my god, they were kind of annoying to tame. Alright. Let's just keep going. And we're back. And our Venoraptor should be fully grown by now. Yep, fully grown, ready to go. We got a Venoraptor anyway. Not in the way we expected. Oh yeah, you were a 25, not a 20. And we got this guy right here. The max level Rudbidgia. These guys we don't need a saddle to ride. And Tiger, you did a great job. We'll probably still use Tiger. Unless this guy proves to be really good. You know what? Might take you for a little spin. But first, let me get a saddle for our Venoraptor. Just to make sure we have one. Alright, let's give the saddle to our Venoraptor, which has 244 carry weight, which, not bad. Not the greatest. Yeah. Yeah, your weight sucks. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Your weight sucks. I'm just going to switch this over to manual. Alright, don't fight anything too dangerous. Like that Therizino. I mean, it's a level 25. We could probably take it, but how much health do you have? 768. Alright. And of course, you're a 145. Oh my god. Wait, can I shoot off the back of you? No. Alright. That's the only downside with a Venoraptor. Can't shoot off the back of it. Alright, a Parasaur. That should be easy. 82 damage. Not bad. Alright, we were able to kill that Parasaur relatively quick. Alright, we got 10 levels. Let's get that to, I don't know, at least 1,500 anyway. And then put 1 point into melee. You're nothing special, you're only level 20. And of course we had to pick a fight with a 145 Listro. There we go. That could have been a good one to tame, but whatever. Alright. We are getting a little heavy. We have to make it past that Therizino. And while it's not what we wanted, we definitely got a Venoraptor. You'll probably just be defense. You do jump pretty high, though. Alright, let's test out our Rudbidgia. Now, this guy should be a little stronger. Oh yeah, we don't need a saddle to ride you. I forgot about that. You do have a saddle to provide extra armor. I might try to get that. Alright, 145. I'd rather not try to fight a 145 turtle. Let's find something else. What will you? 55? I don't know if we can take on an Eocarcharia. Alright, let's fight a Listro. 180 for the left click. The bite does 410. Alright. That was the Gigabyte. I don't know if C does anything. I might use you as our main mount. At least until we get a mono. You know what? I like this guy. Alright, a level 20 Listro. Better a level 20 Listro than, or Carbo than a 145. But yeah, you know, I like this tame more than I like the Venoraptor. But then again, we just need to find a better Venoraptor. We just need to find one that's better. Alright, I might try to make a saddle for this guy off camera. And, yeah. With that, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.